How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about BBIG, which was up just over 23% on the day. We'll talk about it further in this video. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in the bearish case scenario and as well as in the bullish case scenario. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information. The reason why this is important, because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know the buying and the selling behavior on the retail side and as well as on the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be getting into the final thoughts and as well as some more details, so let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for BBIG. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $2.88, being up 23.08%. On the low, it tested $2.43, and then on the high, testing $3.07. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 33.111 million shares, and then for the average volume over 10 trading days, it was at 11.065 million shares. So when we get this above average volume and buying pressure, we can see moves like this from BBIG. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a daily chart, we can see from the RSI down below, it is right around 51.79. And then when we take a look at our moving averages here on the chart, we are below the 100-day, the 200-day, the 50-day, but we are above the 21-day EMA. So what we see, could we have a reversal? That is a question I know many of you are going to be asking. So as far as going into tomorrow, or even for the rest of the week, we want to see BBIG make that move getting to the 50-day at $3.26. That would be the most ideal, and then seeing if we could have some more buying pressure that can get us to fill this gap right around $3.76. If it decides to have a pullback from the recent run that it had today, then I'd want to look for some support right here at the 21-day EMA at around $2.68. So what do I mean? So we have a pullback. We want to see 268 hold, and then we can look forward to that next move up. We can have some resistance right at the $3 level, but I feel if we have more price action above 3, getting comfortable, building support, which we have seen in the past, this is why I'm saying we could have a lot more room to run. And then reaching up to the 200-day at $4.07 could officially get BBIG out of the bear market that it's currently in. So continue to keep an eye on this play, but for now, it was great to see how BBIG performed, and I can't wait to see what it does tomorrow. So we're going to take a look at the short interest information for BBIG. So for the dark pool short volume ratio, it is at 55.04%, and then for the dark pool short volume, it is just over 1.6 million shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 0, and then for the short borrow free rate, it is saying that it is not available. And when we take a look at the history of the short volume for the close of January the 10th, it was at 58.49, and then for the close of the 11th, which was yesterday, it was at 55.04. So it did go down a little bit, but one thing that is very clear, BBIG still continues to have short squeeze potential, and this contributes to the volatility that you see inside of the play. So now let's go into the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for BBIG. So we can see here on the inflow, it's at 19.41, and then for the outflow, it's at 17.95. So we ended up having an inflow day. Taking a look at the breakdown on the large, it was 5.73. On the medium, it was 10.26. And then on the small, it was 3.41. When we take a look at the outflow side, on the large, it was 4.38. On the medium, it was 10.14. And then on the small, it was 3.43. Taking a look at the large scale orders in the last past 5 days, you could see for today, January the 12th, that inflow of 1,355.25, and we had inflow days on the 2 days prior. Now, when we analyze the numbers even further for the small scale orders that tends to represent the retail side, we had more selling than we had buying, but it was still very close. And then we take a look at what happened on the medium. We had more buying than we had selling, but that was close as well. And then when we take a look at what happened on the large, we had more buying than we had selling, which is great to see. And then looking at the turnover ratio, it was at 34.44%. Again, this is high for a stock like BBIG. What this tells us, there's many traders that are going in and out of this play, many people who are selling out of their positions. But one thing that is very clear, there is now demand in the market. We saw above average volume, and this is why you want to keep this on your radar. And like I talked about in my previous video, as far as for the risk to reward ratio for this play, considering where it tested on its lows and where it could possibly go, it was looking good, and it's great to see that it is going in the right direction. So now let's go into the final thoughts, and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for BBIG, what you want to look forward to, yes, we do have a psychological area right at $3, but I feel like we can gain some momentum above it, especially if we're able to hold down support at around $2.68. So what does this mean? So going into tomorrow, if we could hold 268, this is where I'm going to look forward to seeing that test going above 3 and then gaining some steam from there. We do know there is a gap that needs to be filled in the $3.76-77 range, so you want to keep that in mind. Also, when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, it does continue to have short squeeze potential. So this is why I'm saying if we had the amount of volume like we had today coming into this stock, then you could see some strong moves to the upside, and we want to see a continuation. And this is why I say do your homework, do your due diligence. We talked about areas of support and as well as resistance in the previous video. So as far as when you saw it breaking out, you must have had a good idea and a strategy to play it out. And in a technical sense, we've been seeing that BBIG has been forming higher lows for the past 3 trading days. This is a bullish signal, and you want to keep this on your watch list, especially if you haven't gotten into the play already. So use the information that I've given you along with more homework and as well as due diligence and find out if this play is right for you. But one thing that is very clear, if this volume continues like we had today, then BBIG should be able to be comfortable above that $3 level. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.